Hey friends, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're enjoying spring so far. It's off to kind of a chilly start, but hopefully warmer days are on the way. Really exciting news. The channel just hit 1,000 subscribers. Been waiting a very long time for that, so thank you so much to all of you that are subscribed because it's a team effort. Today just wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I've been up to during winter and sort of the ideas and plans I have going forward for spring. Now with each season, I've kind of had a goal in mind. For fall, it was spend more time on the AT. So that's what I did. Most of my trips, except for like a couple, were along the AT. For winter, the goal was to stay more active, and I did that as well. Spring, the goal is to focus more on the blog and put a lot more time and energy and effort into that. So during the winter, I definitely stayed active, kept to that goal, went on a couple of overnight trips with friends here and there, some day hikes near the lake with the dogs, and I only recorded maybe 2 or 3 of those, so I do have the footage and trail journal from that in the queue. I'm gonna work on that at some point, but can't give a definite date. A lot of the other things I did, I just didn't record. If I'm being honest, sometimes the camera gets in the way of enjoying the moment. And one of the best trips that I took over the winter, there's no video, no pictures, no nothing from it. Just went out on an overnight loop, kind of doing the Dutchman Creek Uwharrie upper loop part of that figure 8 with a friend, and it was like 20 something degrees and we were freezing our butts off, just like huddled by the fire, but it was the best. And I wasn't concerned with making sure I was getting multiple creative shots and angles of camp and what we're doing and the hike in and hike out. The camera did not come out of the bag a single time. We just kind of lived in the moment, and it was great. So that's kind of what I want to do this spring. That's not to say there won't be any trip videos for spring, just fewer of them. And the reason being is the Art Loeb Trail video, I poured everything into that for like almost 5-6 months straight. And I definitely love the storytelling. I love doing that, but for me to keep loving that and not get burnt out on it and kind of lose the passion for it, I need to take a little step back from it for just a couple months, for maybe the spring season. So instead, I'm gonna be focusing on the blog and giving some attention to that and the website sort of side of things. Because there are a lot of topics and posts I want to talk about and I want to write, but the time just isn't there because most of the time that I do have is consumed with editing videos and all of that. That's a very time-intensive project, and so there's never anything left over to really give attention to in terms of the website and the blog. I will say though, over the winter, I did give the blog a makeover, and I'm really pleased with the way that whole thing came out. The website just looks a lot brighter and cleaner, and I really enjoy doing that. So for spring, that's sort of the goal, is to still backpack, still go on trips, but be less focused on the video making side of things and more focused on adding value to the blog and writing posts side of things. If you have any topics or ideas that you'd like me to cover, please don't hesitate to reach out. Send me an email. I love hearing from y'all. Most of y'all are like my pen pals. We talk back and forth about like trails that you've been on and things that you've been up to. So if you have an idea for a post, please let me know. Another thing that I've been working on in terms of the website is itineraries. So you may have noticed on the support page, many of the itineraries are out of stock, at least the older ones. And that is because I'm updating them. So doing a second edition, if you will, going back, making sure the information is up to date, adding any new information I may have gotten about that trail, and also adding multiple route options. That's a piece of feedback that I kept getting from y'all. You like having multiple route options. So the ones that only have like the single option of going clockwise or doing it as a 3-day trip, I'm going back and offering the option of here's what you would do, where you would camp, how you would go about that if you wanted to do it in 2 days as an overnight, or if you wanted to go counterclockwise. You get the idea, sort of expanding the options there, as well as updating and adding new information. If you did get the old or original version of one of those itineraries and you want the updated version, please reach out to me, send me an email, and that way I can send you a code to use on the support page that will take out the difference. The Art Loeb itineraries for north and south direction are the most intensive ones I have ever written, and so those are a little pricier than the others just because of how much extra detail went into it. So that's the last thing that's new and kind of wraps up this update video. Spring's gonna be kind of laid back. Nothing too spectacular or extraordinary, you know, in terms of trips to announce. Just maybe I'll go hike some trails that I've already been to a dozen times and I know and love. I mentioned that sometimes the camera gets in the way of enjoying the moment. Well, sometimes the camera dictates where I go, and instead of going to those places I've been already and I really enjoy, I go somewhere new to keep videos fresh and exciting. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you again next time.
Tracing my footsteps through the wind, back to a place where I could begin. Where do I go? Where do I go? And if we carry on, my friends, we can make it to the end. I just don't know where to go anymore.
Well, maybe just don't go hiking.
No, that's not an option.